and if you're someone that's interested in writing, one of the winners last year was a girl from Nigeria. Her name is Pandora. She's one of the global winners from last year. So this, I think it's still open. Application closed on April 30. So yeah, April 30. So it's about like your writing and you must be 18 or under. Saying, you just like submit a piece under 1,000 words. So these are some of the ways that you can get to find, information online. So now you can check some of the alumni and you can try to see if you find anyone Nigerian. And then again, you can also use AI to advantage. For instance, so Google has this AI mode thing that, that it does. So you can just look for like certain, fellowships and programs and see, oh, how does this person do it is. So funny enough, the way I came through Beaming was through a friend of mine actually. He just sent it to me and I was like, oh, I did you apply for Beaming? And since then, ever since I got into Beaming and I went through their training, it really opened my eyes to a lot of things that I could do more than what I'm currently doing. So it was through Beaming, through some of the people I may have doing Beaming, I was able to do some of the other things that I've done. So, like I said in entrance, you just really want to know how to type keywords. So, on LinkedIn now, there are ways you can also search on opportunities on LinkedIn, and it's quite. So, so on LinkedIn now, what you can do is you can just put something. You can put something like this. So like accepting applications and use and 2026. Then when you search on LinkedIn, you might see posts that have this word it is related to it. So now I can say something about it. So this is an opportunity. The 2026 Leadership Development Program is assessing applications. To not overthink it. So this is just a way of like see. So I just it's a way. It's a very. So now I can click on this and begin to apply for Youth from Africa. I can go on to see receive funding via Youth 15 to 30 to the youth. I can see something about UNESCO Youth Climate Action here. So things like this. I mean, although you might have like a monthly limit for profile pictures and all of that, but then if you do not have, because like I've used my dedication on this, but if you don't have, you can go on and click on post and you can see. You can also check people profiles that that the search was sort of their profile. So you can check some of them and look at some of the things they have. So yeah, I can see youth opportunities news like that. I can go and say, okay, what is this youth opportunities all about? So I say, okay, this might for first UK. I mean, even though it's really restricted to certain area, they may still have some global programs that they run for Nigerians. So it's just a matter of you just taking out an experience from the person and seeing some of the things that they're doing. So that's just the first one or two. It's just about knowing how to search very well, like starting with keywords. That's one of the major things, one of the important things that matters. So let's say you're trying to volunteer for something, you can just change it instead of accepting applications. You can just go volunteer. Then you can also use like locations. So let's say, okay, I want to volunteer for events in Lagos in 2026. So these are some of the ways you can try to look for opportunities. So I can say work for PH is doing something and you need volunteers. So also by volunteering is also a way of making impact basically. So it's one of the ways I can say something about becoming a leader in health innovation. So you can just add more keywords to some of these things. I can see Barcelona cooking competition needs volunteers. So if it is based on the field that you want to do, so let's say I'm looking for something like tech, if I want to volunteer like some tech programs, I can just put tech here. So it's just a bit about strategic keyword searching basically. So how you can search, with keywords. So you can see certain things related to it. I can see people's posts and all of that. And then there's also one more thing I want to talk about. So for some programs, for instance, if I go back to Falutin's page, I can click on non-trivial now. So if I click on non-trivial now, I can see also like people that have done this thing before. So these are people that mentioned them. So if you check some of these things now, you can see certain people. And once you see certain people, you can even streamline your search. So I can see, oh, let me see people that have done these programs now in Nigeria. So that was Nigeria, not let's say Nigeria, sorry. So let's say Nigeria. Um, so keywords Nigeria basically. So I can see some Nigerians here, or I can see another person here that's done the program. So you can just go on to check. Oh, let me check her profile. Let me see things that she has done because like I said, if someone does one opportunity, there's always chance that they always get into the next opportunity because it's something they've mastered. So I can just go down and see. Oh, okay. She's going to non-trivial recently this year. And she's also going to Yale Young African Scholars. So you can just click on this. What is Yale Young African Scholars all about? So it's an higher education access program for high achieving low income youth across Africa. So it's an intensive. So you can just check and be like, oh, how to apply. You can see a featured page here. Click on it. So these are some of the ways that you go about to search for stuff. But now it's just when the application is closed now. But then you can still check when the application would open next year, or you can, contact them to ask for information and things like that. And I think that's what it comes when it comes to LinkedIn. So basically, you really want to just know how to search certain keywords, and you'd be fine. So when it comes to X now, so X is like one of the best places to look for opportunities. So I'll just come to your search bar here, and let's say, okay, this was the keyword that I used of recent. So this one is applying or open now and fellowship or summer programs. So I was trying to look for summer programs that open eligible for Nigerians. So this was what I just said: applying or open and or fellowship for Nigerians. So now I can go on and see some of the things that you have here. So this one says, "Oh, spend my day interviewing for students applying for the Morehead Kane Global Fellowship." Interesting. Sounds like interest. I can just go and click this, then come to my browser and search for it. So what's Morehead Kane Global Fellowship? So I can see, oh, Unilag student selected as inaugural Morehead Kane. So this was a Nigerian. I got this a Nigerian that got in, right? So I can see Unilag proudly celebrate Mr. Fadulai Odiji Adini. So I can take his name and I'll say, okay, let me search for him. So if I search for him, oh, I can see his LinkedIn profile, yeah. So you can just go on to check his LinkedIn profile. Then you can go and even ask him about, steps of how did you do it, how did you get in. I'm lucky for with my connection. But if let's say for instance it wasn't your connection, so you would have to, when you try to connect. So let me just show you what I'm saying in essence. So when you're trying to connect with somebody on LinkedIn, there's always a chance of you to have a message. So when you want to connect, you can so it only works on laptops, on systems. So you can see add a note. So now let's say you were trying to talk to that Fadula IODJ guy. So all you can do is just be like, you just introduce yourself and be like, hello, I am, you just say what your name is, your first name, and you say something like, "Oh, I came across your profile." Then you know, like, "I came across your profile, and I'm very impressed." And yeah, this kind of person, and I'm very impressed. Um, they after you've done the introduction part and you tell them, okay, you came across your profile, and I'm very impressed. Not be like, "Oh, I'm applying for something." So you can just say, "I'm applying for the Murray King, for Murray King, global fellowship." Can go about fellowship. Then you can go on to say, oh, I don't, if you don't mind, I have some questions I'd like to ask you about the application process. So these are things that you can just go on to talk about it, and then, then you send the invitation. Then, once he accepts, he gets to see your message, and he would respond when appropriate. And we're just like, oh, I mean, there's many people are really, really, many people are really, really willing to help you to, to reply when when people are really willing to help you out when it comes to things like this. Yep, basically. So you can see in his profile where it can global fellow, basically. So now I'll just go back to X. So so you can see that so we went from X all the way down to LinkedIn to get more about the person. Now this person says they were technical analysts from Nigeria, Turkey, and all of that. So you can just keep on checking. So this one says check out this amazing opportunity on our website and start applying. Now another way of streamlining is that rather than even using top, you can try latest. So you can see the latest post that relates to these things. So I can see something from someone called D-Man. So he talks about mega trends African fellowship. It's calling for African researchers, including sharp minds from Nigeria. Then you can see it has like the link. I can see something about CSN fellowship award. I can see actually you just get to see like certain things that that are really really helpful to you. They want to call so for teenage programs too, you can also do something like that. And another way is sometimes you can just even type out the words basically. So let's say I want to volunteer at the tech event.
Hello, can you hear me, Deji?
I think our teacher is having issues with network probably. Oh, while we wait for our teacher to come back, I hope you all can hear me. Can anybody hear me, please? Okay. So I think we with what our teacher has been saying, we grabbed one or two things that we could really work with, and I've been learning a lot. I hope you are too. So before he comes back, let's just see if we could like go through some things or some things before he comes back. So I have a few questions and it's going to be directed to certain person. So there is a name of a male person that our teacher has been talking about in his course of teaching this night. Who can tell me the name of that person? Is a Yoruba name starting with letter D, and I think it's what I've seen on his profile is someone great in tech and also in farming. So, so who can tell us the name, please? Can you hear me? Okay. So does anybody have idea of what the name is or who the person is? Oh, our teacher is back. I hope network does not disturb any longer.
Talk citizens now. Hello, can you guys hear me? My apologies. I got disconnected. Um, so I'll just continue from where I stopped. I'll be sharing my screen, and I will just continue as like I was saying earlier. I just want to confirm. Can you see my screen? Oh yeah, like I said, my apologies for apologies for apologies. So I'll just go back to what I was saying. So, like I said, you can just you can try. So this is where I was before. So I was saying you can just try something like volunteer legal state or just something that's not yourself. I mean, why for you to fill it up. So yeah, I can see some of the places. I can see Lagos Airport Current 26 and Transit. So for three different, so you can just see certain things in your related things like around just that. So I can see something here called Revolution Africa, featuring women innovate. So you say elevate tickets are moving, don't be really watching. So this is so I'll tell some of the ways I get into some of the things that I do and volunteer, some of the opportunities and things like that. So when you search for certain keywords on certain websites, you get like certain you get yeah. So these are some of the ways you get certain opportunities online. So now when you click on certain opportunities, some of them might ask you for like, let's say, somebody that trusts you to share recommendation letters. For instance, I know of these young African scholars that tells you to ask for recommendation letters from your teachers or people that know about you. So there are certain things that you must have that will make it easier for these people to write, um, application letters for you. So you can see some of the requirements. So they want the completed application form. What students will be have to write one 500-word essay and social responses. They also want you to have like a transcript and I ready. Also want you to have one teacher recommendation and things like that. So when you want to write when you want your teachers to write recommendation letters for you, it must have something called a brag sheet. So a brag sheet is just something that tells that tells the teacher what they can use to write about you. So these are certain things that certain things you want them to do in your application. So it depends on the kind of application you're applying to. So if you're applying to something related to climate, you want your recommendation letters to say something related to you along the lines of climate. Now, for you young African scholars, basically, you want something that you want to write something. You want them to write something for you that showcases your leadership abilities. So you might want to them to write something about certain things. So you can have like a brag sheet where you write about your basics. You can write, oh, if you're in your class, if you're like always first position, you can put that there. I mean, your teacher will basically know. Anyways, you can put some of your best subjects. You can even put your career goal. Now you can go on to put like some of your brag what their accomplishments. So for example, this is an example. Yeah, this is our school cover the way to track attendance. So I've used a simple Python script. Or you can say something that, oh, I led the community cleanup, I organized 10 friends and, cleared. You can also talk about leadership and extracurricular activities. You can talk about your most proud moment, some of the things you've done. You can also talk about how you want to be described. So you can tell them that, okay, I want you to use this word. I did this very tenacious. Then you now provide like an evidence, provide evidence opportunity. How is I did it tenacious, Then also the context of the program. So you want to tell them, oh, this is why you're applying for it so that they can understand better how to write the recommendation letters for you. And then if you think there's a project of yours that fits the mission, you can also have them like, write it. So you want to have like specific highlights. Um, and then now that you found some of these opportunities online. So let's say I found this opportunity online, I found this one online, I found this online. Now you want to have something to be able to track some of these opportunities, right? So that's why I recommend you have an application tracker. So an application tracker is where you just put the opportunity. So let's say France excellent scholarship, you young global scholar. So once you see some of these things, you also want to take note of their deadlines. Now, once you take note of your deadlines, you also want to put like the status of the deadline. So, for example, I found out that this one it's passed already. So, this was January 1st, on January 7th, basically. So it's passed, and so you can put some of the URLs to it. So this way you can use it to remember, oh, have I applied for this program? So have I completed it? I've not started at all, or it's still in progress. So you can want to see for certain programs. So you have non-trivial here, you have Ashoka, you have Neuromatch, you have What Science Scholars, you have MLH Fellowship, you have Savvy Fellowship. Some of these things are everything from yeah, except for this LVS ones, all applied to 14 to 20. So this is just like one of the templates that I use for when I see opportunities online. I just use to keep track of all of them. So then I know that okay, if I've completed the application, I'll just do completed yeah, that's how it is entirely. So for non-trivial, apparently, that non-trivial can get to refer people, and if you get in to complete the program and you came through someone that done the program, you get like $50, like if you get to complete the program. So I would also be sharing the link to this in the class to everyone, so you can just get to copy. You can make your own copy from here, so you can just do file, make a copy, and then you get you have your own application tracker where you can keep track of applications that you've come across online after getting them from certain websites. And then I also have like a general opportunity list. So these are some places where you can get my opportunities. So you have opportunity desk, after school Africa, youth opportunities, a success, Yuma, opportunities for Africa. So this one I just showed you how you can get some of the opportunities through social media. That was why I said X, LinkedIn, and also like trying to Google hacking. But some of them there are some websites that really actually like compile all of these scholarships into one place. So all you just do is go to their website and check for the ones that you can do. So these are some programs that I think are cool. Some of them I've participated in some of them. like beamings, like Matthias said, I participated in beamings already. I also did non-trivia, and I was also one of like the people that taught for stage research program. Also on some of the facilitator in this LIFT fellowship. So these are some fellowships that I need. I myself personally, I think that there are cool programs that I can get into. There's also Learn to Earn. So Learn to Earn is run by the Nigerian government and CCO. I don't know if you're familiar with CCO. It's a tech program basically where you like they train you for 2 years on how to get into tech and how to become a pro. And yeah, they also give you like 2 years of access to paid work. So like you get money, you get paid, so it's very, very quite intensive. It's very, very intensive. It's for 2 years. And when you graduate, it's actually really, really good. And it's zero tuition. So you don't even pay. There's no student debt or anything. And they'll pay you a lot when you get in. So they have a trial for 2 months. So when you get into the training program, you'll get to pay, I think it's like 150K per year. It's actually something that if you think you're really interested, like, in becoming a software engineer or an AI engineer, you can really check it out. It's actually a very, very good program. So you do like a trial. The trial is very, very competitive. Like it's very, very competitive and it's high intensity. So it's just then when you graduate, you get to work and you get paid. They basically will pay you. They provide everything that you need. So they do it in Lagos, Kwara, Anambra, Ekiti, Kaduna, Taraba, Cross River, Plateau, Rivers, Africa, Benue. Is this one is something I think you should apply for if you think you're up to the challenge. So it's most basically for people within 18 to 20. But then if you're still young, staying at home, you can try things like non-trivial that allow for their age range. You can try something like stager research program. So yeah, you get to learn some of the things on how to like write research papers. Leaf fellowship is about exploring how you can make impact in your world, basically how best you can make impact. Then you can try Google Summer of Code. You can try World Science Scholars. So World Science Scholars is also trying to raise future generational high thinkers, basically. So these are some programs that I think that are really good that you should do. Then you have like the fellowship and scholarship databases. So if you're looking for other things like fellowships or scholarships or things to do, you can also go and check there. Then if you're looking for hackathons to participate, you can try looking at DevPost. So DevPost is like the LinkedIn of hackathons. So they have everything online, in person. I'm even signed in here. So they have like different type of hackathons that you can participate in if you're interested. We have Major League Arcane. You can check some of their events. They host them online. You can check Aka you can check Devfolio. You can check Durahax. And there's also some spreadsheets that you can check here that have some other opportunities. So, for example, these grant houses and labs has a lot. When I say a lot, they have a lot of opportunities that I can check. So you can see the name, the website, grant amount. Do they give money to individuals? What are the people they are looking for? So this one here now is looking for high school to college students and dropouts to launch projects to make humanity better. So there are a lot of things that you can check out here. Longevity research, non-trivial is also here again. You can see you have RISE program, you have the Smith scholarships. So you can even see maker houses and residencies. You can see lab spaces. So like there are a lot of things in some of these, some of the spreadsheet that I included here. So I would also be sharing this. And then you have some WhatsApp communities that you can join. This is Ansible. Although it's for boy child only, but if you have a brother or any male around you, you can tell them to join the community. And yeah, you can also see some of the extracurricular database. So you can just check out some of this. I think this one has one of the longest I've seen. And they also like put the deadlines. They tell you the countries that can apply to it. They tell you the areas of interest. And they tell you whether it's a grant, is it an event, is it a scholarship, is it awards and prizes. So like the list just keeps on going. It's like I think it's almost like 1,000. So you can check some of them, and they keep on updating them regularly based on their deadline. So it was last time it was updated was April 13, 2026. So you can just keep on checking and check on some of these things, see if they are so if these things are applicable to you, and that way you get to find like the right opportunity that clicks for you. So I think I'll just share the link in the chat. So I'll make it open. So anyone need the link can just view the link. So I'll copy the link, then I can send it um, in the group chat. So I can send it in the group chat. Sorry, what I think confused. So you can check it out. You can also try to like film copy of the application tracker that I have here. So it's just a way for you to be able to track the activities. then yeah, like you can also check like things on Google AdSense. So that way you can get to write keywords in a very you can get to write keywords in a very good way. So this is to make a copy of the application tracker. You can check out Google AdSense online. So it's a way of getting keywords to find certain opportunities that you're looking for. Then I can also share with you a graph template. So you can just make a copy of this, and this is what you use when you want to get like recommendation letters from your teachers. Because I believe from ages 14 to 18, you're just out of you're fresh out of secondary school, or you're taking a gap year, or you're just beginning to be start university. So you need people that can write certain things about you. Now notice not only your teacher that can write a recommendation letter for you. Some of the programs would request for different things. So there's it depends on basically the program you're applying for. So, and again, having a brag sheet also makes you, celebrate like your small wins in a way, because now you know that, oh, it was me that, it was me that did this. So I feel like, oh, I mean, it's a way of, being like, what I say, like, you're just being proud of yourself, basically. Like, that's it. Um, I think tilting future. Let me just send this one. Let me send it out. I didn't think I included it, but I think I'll add that in I think I'll add that, yeah. So I also have friends that did the Tilting Futures, and I think you also check it out. So Tilting Futures is actually very cool. You get to travel to South Africa, all sponsor, like all paid. It's for paid, it's fully funded. If you make it to the final round, it's fully funded. They would sponsor your stay in South Africa or Malaysia. So they just send it to like two countries there. So I think there's I'm just trying to remember one of my friends that got in. So probably you can reach out to her, and ask her questions if, it's comfort. So she's also an Ashoka Young Change Maker. She's going to Teaching Future, also, all paid. So you can, when you're trying to send connection message, you can just say, oh, okay. So she got to go to Malaysia, and it was for 6 months. It was fully paid by Teaching Futures. And yeah, at no cost, basically. So these are some of the things you want to try out. So when you try to reach out to some of these people, you just want to be very clear and tell them that, oh, you like what they're doing, and you also like maybe aspire to reach where they are, one day, and all of that. Yeah, basically. So yeah, that's it. That's it from my end. And so yeah, so that's it. And so if you have any questions or concerns, I'll be glad to answer them. So I think I'll just stop sharing my screen now.
Thank you very much, Mr. Peter. This is massive. Like this is huge. Thank you very much. Is there anybody that has question or anything or inquiry? Anybody with questions?
Oh, good.
So, in the absence of any question, I think we should all just give our teacher a round of applause, because this is not a small work. Like this is not easy. It's not easy at all. Thank you very much, Ayode, for all for this, because this is a big one. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. So I think I'll just hand it over back to Mr. Matthias. Um,
Sure, no problem. So, can you no one ask any question? And I know you have other engagements. So I think it would be better to like bring all the webinar to an end. So before we go, can we please close our eyes for word of prayer? So pray. Ancient of days, Heavenly Father, we thank you for tonight section. We give you all the glory, honor, and adoration, because you are God, and you shown us a whole lot from different people's perspectives that our speaker was able to put together to talk for us tonight. We say thank you over his life, over his career, over his journey so far. We pray that you continue to guide him and guide us all in Jesus' name. We commit him to his academy into your able hands, that he grow stronger and steadier in Jesus' mighty name. Amen. So, we still have our ongoing course in case anybody is interested. And I would love you guys to, if you are not signed in yet for the course, I would love you to like sign in because it's more like a cheap package at a very affordable price. And there's a lot to learn. This is just a slip of the iceberg. And I know there are a lot of people like active together. Thank you very much, everybody, for tonight's section. God bless you all. Good night.
Yeah, thank you all for having me. Yeah, it was a pleasure. And yeah, good night.